Now, where is the game in here? Okay. But it works. Also, I'm sorry I put getting part 2 of this off for so long. I had people actually start to watch me on Twitch and start asking for other stuff, so I ended up not finishing this. I honestly really love the Jack series, so I'm glad that I'm actually getting back to finishing it. And somehow the emulator crashed, but I see it's still working fine on the OBS recording. Okay, there we go. That works. I'm actually surprised there's no different indication between the base game and hero mode. Yeah, well. It's clearly this one. Wait, hold on. I have to change the settings. Should have noticed it from the start menu. This is the wrong compiler for this game. There we go. We're just gonna... That is still slowing down. God, I wish I remembered the settings I had for this before. Right, this one works, but the shadows are messed up. Well, really have to fix that. This is clearly not the answer. Who'd have guessed that basic Microsoft renderer is not the answer? The other one seems to be basically just as good and doesn't have the awful shadows. It is. Can I get this to? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. What? Yeah, I could just take it out of the recording, but yeah, everyone loves tech support. Might have to go back to the awful shadows. Just damn this. Yeah, I have to go back to the awful shadows. God damn it. Just runs so much better. Honestly, that's the issue with some of these games. Just all of them need such, like, some of them based on like when they were made and the lifespan of the PlayStation need such different settings that trying to memorize all of them is just a pain in the butt. I think that was the main reason I never got back to it. I was just trying to fix this.
High alert. What the hell did you two do?
Us? Nothing. We've been, sightseeing. Right, Jack?
Really? Then why are the Crimson Guard looking for a dangerous young man with light hair, blue tunic, and a rabid orange rat on his shoulder?
Could be anyone. Orange is the new black this season.
Look, we climbed up to the Baron's palace, and...
Right, we left off with defeating the Baron.
That's who.
What? I didn't authorize a strike on the...
Hey, we kicked the Baron's ass. Unfortunately, he escaped.
And we overheard a secret meeting with the leader of the Metalheads.
You saw the Metalhead leader?
No, he was on some communicator, but we heard him talking with Baron Praxis.
The Baron is bribing the Metalheads with eco.
It will never be enough.
But the Baron's gonna double-cross him.
Is that so? Well, our good Baron's wonderful charm must have angered someone, because there's word from the wasteland that Metalhead armies are on the move again.
Why didn't you tell me Ashlyn was Praxis's daughter? What's your connection with her?
That's none of your business. Since you've stirred up the Wumpy's nest, you and Whiskers here get to move 4 of our people to new safe houses. Shut
Oh,
the
it's this one.
agent to a location they specify. Move all of them without any casualties. Don't screw this up, Jack.
Attention citizens, this is your Baron speaking.
About time. Let's get out of here. Suspect in vehicle. Get more cruisers in here. Good driving. Go save the rest of our guys. Suspect in lead. Sector 5. Suspect in vehicle.
For some reason, I remember this being harder. Right, I remember what it is. If you accidentally run into the guy and send them flying, it takes them forever to get actually inside the car.
Thanks. You're a lifesaver.
Didn't think I caught that wall, but okay. Gotta move that. That sound's gonna get annoying.
See you at the next meeting.
Yes, turning. Hey, which way am I going? I'm gonna go the complete wrong way, aren't I? Yep, it's inside the water area. Well, guess I'm going around the house. Oh, that thing respawned quick. Well, that could have gotten bad. Out of the car, please. Hey, we're done. I'm even sure this one blew up this time. I didn't even hit it yet. Well, I'm dead. But mission's accomplished.
Remember, even your friends could be enemies. Turn in. Boom. Silver. I've got suspicious.
I'm actually surprised that didn't aggro them. Oh, I'm kind of curious if anyone's actually done like a deathless run of this on a hero mode. It sounds quite bad. Assuming if you play it enough, you can probably be done. Hey, Time Buster, how's it going? Yep, so sorry, yes, I'm putting off X3. This is a PlayStation 2 game. So, long story short, this was one of the earlier games I did, but then while streaming this, I think I actually got like my first viewer, and he asked me to play something else. And since then, I've just been doing games people have asked me to do. So someone on YouTube saw the first video of this and asked me to actually keep finishing it.
Creatures moving toward the sacred site, just as before.
What happened, before?
Metalheads broke through the old city wall. We fought them, but then the Baron pulled back, leaving everyone outside the new barrier to die. Only the Shadow stayed and somehow stopped the attack.
And now you expect us to go out there again?
You catch on fast. If you prevent the Metalheads from reaching the sacred site, the Shadow will be most grateful. He might even ask to see you. Hey, I'm probably wasting this, but here's a Vulcan barrel for that pea shooter of yours. Believe me, you're gonna need it.
I've never actually played Ratchet and Clank. Also, just so you know, I am playing this on hero mode, which I guess is the hard mode. Also, this game is for some reason really hard to emulate. The only way okay, it's like the only way for me to get this to run at least somewhat smoothly has this weird glitch with the shadows, where as you can see, the shadows are gigantic. The shadows are also 3D. Instead of just being on the floor, they're for some reason 3D in the air. I'm not sure why it's doing that, but the other ways to run it, it's yeah, for some reason it just chugs, which makes very little sense, and it's clearly not my computer because I emulate PlayStation 3 games, and those go fine. This even now, you might not be able to tell, but it's only running at 48 of 60 frames. It is actually supposed to be faster than this. Like, there are times, like, now it's fine, but then as soon as it starts to, like, load assets on the screen, it just, slows down. Thankfully, not enough that it's really noticeable.
Leaving city safe zone.
The good news is I do know a few techs for the game, so there are going to be some pretty cool tricks. By tricks, I mean just fighting a bit more efficiently. I'm assuming everyone figures them out very quickly. What the hell is the mission I'm even here for? Hold on. I'm assuming this is the right way then. I'm gonna get destroyed here. Picking the game up. This is actually quite a bad spot to pick it up on hero mode after not playing for months. I was locking onto the boxes, really. Man. Well, that's a great way to lose health. Well, I ran out of ammo. That's fun. Yep, unfortunately you do not get ammo back when you die. Now, how much I wish that was untrue. Alright, hero mode, you just get an infinite number of these, don't you? Well, this is going better. So, how is your day going, Time Buster? Actually went very effective. I forgot how good the Scatter Blaster is. Nice, X6. Yeah, like again, I told you, if your goal is the hardest ending of Last Raven, I was pretty sure there was no way you were getting it. Yeah, I told you, if you're gonna I'm pretty sure I told you that is the hardest, that the last boss of that ending is the hardest one in the entire series, and I didn't recommend trying it. But honestly, okay, so if you're looking for just a mech game to have some fun, I would look into Metal Wolf Chaos. It is also from, okay, so it is from the same people who make Dark Souls and like Armored Core, but it's a great comedy game. Yeah, so I guess that's the other issue with the PSP one, is that they skipped several games. Well, AC4 isn't bad. AC4 is an easy game. Just saying that the other issue is that you're skipping straight from 3 on the PSP to Last Raven because it doesn't have the rest. I need to pay attention. Yeah, so saying so you're skipping games, so it doesn't have the rest. So there were several games worth of changes that you're now getting just all at once. And honestly, Nexus is what you're playing, but worse. They actually increased a lot of the stuff because they decreased heat, increased speed, and everything because they realized that Nexus made it even worse. Thankfully, though, Nexus was also an easier game, so it wasn't too bad, but they basically dialed it back up. Also, this game's ability to have almost no freaking checkpoints is fantastic. Guys, you saw I got all the way there, I died, still have to keep going. I mean, I still have to restart from the beginning. At least it's not too bad I keep having to die and redo this. I'm at least getting the... I forget how many of the metalhead crystals I need. Right, I forgot that guy stops shooting when you shoot him. Well, that was an annoying way to lose health. Right? Forgot if you take a step forward, it snaps the lock-on back because they move when you shoot them. Probably fired way too many shots. Well, this should be it. So, how is X6 compared to the
No,
rest?
it couldn't be. That's not.
It's Samos's hut.
But what? How? When? Where? Why?
We're in the future, Dax. This horrible place is our world.
Let's go back to the city.
You heard it was trash. Have you not played X6? I thought you played all of them. I mean, never say a game can't be that bad. I have said that many times, much to my dismay afterwards. Ooh, I actually got enough orbs to get an upgrade.
get noticed.
So, what would you say would be the hardest X game? Here's a place where it chugs, and I don't know why.
Darkness on your shoulders. You alone cannot save us. Our last hope rests with one still untouched by pain, and you must protect this young soul in our moment of truth. I grant you another dark power.
Honestly, X3 is definitely harder than 2. Now that that's over. That is actually a very useful power to get. Honestly, I would definitely say X1, because it was my first one, had a bit of a curve there. X2 was a joke, but X3 was giving me a bit of trouble. Once I finish this game within the next several days, probably have it fully done by Thursday or Friday, I'm gonna go and finish the X series after that. I mean, at least I'll finish X3 and X4. Might then take a little break and then do the other ones. Because I know that Val's wanted me to play that one game. You're playing Halo today. Wait, Halo 1 or which Halo? I didn't realize there was a new one. I didn't realize they're still making Halo games.
The shadows decided it's time to meet you.
Why is that place in the old ruins so important to you?
There's a powerful energy force at the old house. The metalheads are drawn to it.
No kidding. We used to know the guy that lived there.
So, you're the new recruits who keep getting into trouble.
Oh, no, not you!
Welcome to our humble underground movement. I am known as the Shadow, but you may call me Samos. And you are?
Jeez, Jack, we went through all that to meet His Holiness, old loggerhead Grandpa Green?
Don't you know who we are?
Sorry, kid. Never seen you before. And I never forget a face, especially one that ugly.
So it begins.
How is this possible? We came through the rift with you. Into the future, right?
Yeah, you used to look older than dirt and uglier than a knotted stump. What gives? Did you get a little nip and tuck?
I don't know where Joe is, Retri.
I don't know what kind of twigs you've been chewing on, but I don't have time for this. We've got a baron to overthrow, a child heir to protect, and
Yeah, he's just been asleep every time I've been getting on lately. He's actually starting to get a regular sleep schedule.
I hate teleporting.
Sure sounds like the old Samos.
Right now, I need you to go to Haven Forest and root out a few metalheads. That forest is my source of power, but I can't protect it much longer. Chase down and destroy all the metalhead scouts you find there. Good luck, and welcome to the fight.
Honestly, I probably do bore Joe. There are sometimes Joe just does stuff that no one else can really keep up with. So what did Regrin do to finish his stream off? Curious what he was planning to do there at the end, or did he just stop after after that cutscene? But I'm dreading when I get to the races in this. Like, the only real challenging part of this game besides the one dock level is just the street races. A single thing goes wrong and you just lose. Yet, no matter how well you play, the other guy behind you just gets speed assist. You can't actually build up a gap. Well, I died. But I got the checkpoint. Yeah, I forgot about my favorite invisible wall in this game. It's just that. There's a wall here. But only for vehicles. You can't drive up to the door.
Wow, the jet board's ours. I call shotgun.
Also, I was looking at speedrun records of this game earlier. People can beat this game in 55 minutes. My god, I don't know how. Grant, I'm going to assume that there's some glitches or something to skip large portions of the game. Granted, when I was first playing Armored Core for Answer, if someone told me you could do it in 24 minutes, I would have also said there's no shot, but... yeah, here I am now.
Use your jet board.
Darn rock. Not sure why that's how you have to kill them, but... okay. Honestly, no clue why I can't just shoot him. There's only one in this first area? Remember there being a second one. Guess it shows up later. Right. The logs are on the other section. Oh, that was fast. Though I will say one thing I have to give this game is good control over the camera. I just have to stop doing that. Wait, I just went past him. And then I fell off. God, this is taking me so long. Well, that works. Okay, that was much better. Yeah, this guy does do tight turns when he gets to this spot. Right, now I just have to find the last one. I'm going to assume it's probably just do this hold down here. Back at the beginning. Apparently it is not. Oh, it was apparently up there. Okay, we're done. That one was easy.
Excellent work, boys. Come on back to the hideout. I have another task for you. Yeah.
The last Halo I played was probably the one that came out. Was there a Halo on the PlayStation 4? Wait, no, wasn't Halo. That was Killzone. That was Killzone 3. I don't know. I think the only Halo I played was Halo 1. Pretty sure the only Halo I played was Halo 1. And that was like years after the fact.
It's good to see you still alive.
Now watch as a car spawns behind me. No? I'm gonna have to drive away for it to spawn, aren't I? Guess it doesn't want to spawn. Oh well. What 2 missions do I have? Oh, check the bazaar is closer.
I just talked to my racing client, and she told me about a good old jet board of hers. My sources say a shipment of Crimson Guard listening equipment just arrived in the port. None of us, including the underground, want those devices up and running. It's not good for business. Ride the jet board out into the port and destroy every Crimson Guard crate you find. There's sure to be a defense perimeter, so watch out, eh?
Yes, we've just given you Jetboard. Here's a bunch of Jetboard missions back to back to back. just to make sure you know how to ride a hoverboard. Alright, it's timed. Yes. Also not sure what the point of having the spinning things is when you don't have to time it, you can just jump over them. Oh, apparently they don't even instantly explode. You can bounce off and then just move away. Of course, I'm gonna miss this one. Pretty sure I still have plenty of time, though.
Excellent work, Jen. Even I'm impressed. I should keep those unscrupulous Crimson Guards out of our business. What's the world coming to when you can't buy off a few guards with bribes? Patrolling Sector 9.
The missions are, one of them is just talking to crew, so... Yep, see ya. Yep, see ya, Time Buster. I will catch your stream later once I'm done with this tonight. Wish you the best of luck on Halo.
man sent his goons to harass me as usual, eh? Health violations, back taxes. Everyone wants a piece of me. Oh well.
Lucky for you, there's plenty to go around.
Destroying that cargo in the port is more important.
That didn't look like cargo.
I've got a new project going. I don't need anyone snooping around my shipments. Let's just say, if everything goes as planned, I'm going to corner the market in metalhead trophies.
Got his legs.
Anyway, I have another job for you. An associate of mine, Bruta, works with me in the forced labor trade.
You mean the slave trade?
I prefer freedom challenged. Lurkers are the city's low-class labor. Bruta pays me handsomely to help him free lurkers and get them safely out of the city. Oh, it lifts my spirit to help those in need. And I need his money.
Lurkers? We don't like lurkers.
But you do like gun upgrades, eh? There are 3 Crimson Guard transports carrying lurkers to a project the Baron has outside the city.
Wait, what's that graphical glitch? I thought that was a television.
And bring the 3 lurkers to Brutus' trinket stand in the bazaar.
The hell is that? Really? That's... Okay. Oh good, I do actually have double the ammo. It says, does this door open during the mission? Yes, it does. Nope, just here for ammo.
This is a no-hover zone. Nothing so far.
Oh, hello there.
Hey, boy, hurry up and get in. We'll take you to Bruta.
I've got suspicious activity in
Can I jump on, sir? Thank you. Alright, Bruder's Icon's a fish.
Here's your boy, Bruta. We're off to get another animal.
Ah, darn it, lady.
Yo, animal lover, get your furry butt in a vehicle.
No, I really actually have to compare the vehicle's speed and durability and everything in this game at some point. Because I know that this one's technically a large one-seater, but I don't know if that means it's faster than the two-seaters or what.
Here's another beast of burden.
Alright, that's why I use the shotgun for these. Well, that was a great waste of this vehicle. Immediately into the wall.
Buddy, we can save you.
Ooh, that chug. Well, there's no reason for it to be chugging, people. Maybe this is another easy one.
The liquor freed.
Little Archie warrior, you have the great thing for brutal and lurker people.
No toucher, the dude.
Oh, sorry. You great guys. Bruder not forget. Bruder pay you back. You see. Please advise. Suspect's description.
Hey, Grossimian, how's it going? Yep, so I'm currently doing hero mode on this game. Okay, so I actually started it months back, but then like the one guy who I really had watching at that point wasn't a fan and asked me to do other stuff, so I did. I actually had someone so I actually had someone on my, I guess on YouTube, see the first part I uploaded and asked me to upload the rest. Okay, well, I guess what he really said was, where is part 2? So now I'm doing part 2. So how has your week been so far? Unfortunately, I think everyone else left. Yeah, so so Time Buster's stream starts at 9, and Retri was pissed off that Joe isn't here. Well, that was just stupid of me. I almost killed myself right there. Sadly, I do have a bit of an issue emulating this game for some reason.
When I was an art collector, I hit the local museum to...
So, hero mode is the hard mode on this game. So basically, enemies, there's more clustered together. Their accuracy is a bit better, I think. Anything that does 1 point of damage is now 2. I do start with all of the weapons, though, just not the upgrades for them.
priceless worth
So it's just hard mode.
Love art.
while smuggling a huge statue through the sewers, a grueling rainstorm flooded the whole place.
It also, like, gives you the cheats way, way easy and early if you really want them.
Was swept away.
Like, I could already have infinite ammo and health and everything on.
A tragic loss. I've missed that statue ever since. So metalheads that I can't get anyone to go down there and retrieve the artifact. But you're special, Jack. You
I also hope you like this character if you haven't played this game before.
Hi, chop liver.
God, this guy's legs.
now go down there, drain the sewers, and find that statue at the bottom. Bring back the ruby key artifact, and it will open up doors.
Okay, so did you play all of them or just Jak 2?
His dreams, eh?
Great. More mucking in the mud.
I hate to burst your bathtub bubbles, baby, but that ain't just mud down there.
Honestly, I kind of preferred Jak 1 better. While I like the guns, just Daxter's quips every time you died.
This is Unit Alpha. We're en route.
Yeah, Jak 3 was nice. The guns got a bit too good though. Jak X Combat Racing was a great game, sir. Unfortunately, the when they sold the rights to a different developer to make Lost Frontier, God, that game was awful. And any of you, anyone who watches the VOD later, I will die on this hill. It is a different developer. They literally just took the game's characters and the concept of eco, turned it into Smurfs, just throwing eco after every single word, and made a horrible game. It's like just the fact that there is an edge of the world and the world is flat. After in Jak 3 they showed the planet from space, just doesn't even work.
Please advise. Suspect's description.
How's it riding in the hood, Red?
Get out of the area. This is Crimson Guard business. One of Vin's eco-tankers is coming in from the wasteland, but the clearance transmission sounded fishy. The driver was scared. We're going to check it out, just in case.
How can we help?
I've got it handled.
But yeah, the shadows from the emulator still bother me. The occasional chugging doesn't bother me too bad.
Damn! It's just us! Help me take out all the metalheads!
Honestly, Regdrin, I didn't even notice you got here. I apologize. On my freaking chat log, it gave you and Grossimian the same color. How have you been, Regdrin?
Roger. Continue our sweep.
Now time to use my favorite tech of just spin and shoot.
Here's some. Payback's a bitch. Behind you. Good shooting, blue boy. We got 'em all! The metalheads are getting bolder every day. It's almost like they're testing our defenses, like probing attacks. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What's Shadowgate? I don't think I've ever actually seen it before. Okay, so did you stream Shadowgate on Twitch yet? Or, sorry, I'm not always the best with names. Oh, right. I didn't realize you get to do anything by hand. Sorry, my apologies. When you said hand-to-hand combat, I didn't realize that was a feature in that game. Well, that was smarts. I still love the random, like, extra boost you get from doing the ground punch into an elevator, because it's never helpful once. The Cyclops just kills you. That's amazing. Did I go the wrong way? Oh, that door is locked, so I guess yes. Oh, duh. Immediately still making me use this hoverboard immediately after I get it over and over again. Honestly, that seems to be like a lot of games. As soon as you get a new power-up of some kind, it's like, here, use it 30 times in a row and then almost never again. Yes. Because those are here for some reason. Those serve completely a purpose. Mines and whatever these things are. A purpose in a sewer. You know what, Dr. Pierce? That is a very good point. Yes, real Chads punch the valve straight to make them spin. You know what? Can I shoot it? I cannot. Wait, hold on. Oh, I was hoping that would work. It does work. There we go. Even better than punch it straight. I will punch it down. Oh, it actually doesn't. It's not actually on a freaking timer. It's just when you get close. I thought that was gonna be on a timer. No, just when you get close. Ooh. No, but really though, what purpose does this serve in a sewer? Honestly, the mines probably are for metalheads, except the fact that they are only cover the top of the water and on the bottom, while the metalheads swim everywhere else. But yeah, like half of these things, like those things that are coming out of the floor, going up and down to spin with a drill on the front. What purpose do they actually serve in a sewer? Like this. These are going both ways. There's no... Or at least I think they're going both ways. Can't actually tell. Also, I apologize for the shadows. This is unfortunately the renderer that works the best for the game with the least slowdowns. But the, yeah, the shadows. Fortunately, this game won't give me the best of both worlds. Yeah, any way to heal? No, of course not. And if I die, I'll have to restart all of it over. Well, that was smarts. So, for the emulator, There's like 4 different rendering options between hardware and software options. And unfortunately, this is the one that runs it the best. I mean, I might want to try, I guess, a different emulator for this one game, but it works the best for every other game that I uninstalled the other emulators.
Whoa! Got it. Where would you be without me, eh, Dax?
Well, Jack, I probably wouldn't be 2 feet tall, fuzzy, and running around in a sewer without a pair of pants. God, I miss pants.
Okay, so the renderer I'm using is the Direct3D 11. You realized how smooth what is? No, so here's the thing. Most emulators have got a ton of options that people don't realize, which basically the actual consoles weren't just a single setting. There were lists of options, and then when the game booted, it chose the options that are installed in that game. Like, part of the loading process when it first started was choosing the options for the game for how it wants the PlayStation to load them. Okay, so like there are a lot of games where online emulators say this game doesn't work, but then with some slight setting changes, the game works flawlessly. Yeah, so I'm using PCSX2. And here is the unfortunate part, is that I am running this off of a disk. So, okay, so the nice thing about this emulator is that you can load a disk for all of the games. So I'm running it in my CD tray now for on the PC, which I'm not sure if that also affects how it works. But anyway, so the renderers is the Direct3D 11, the hardware version. And then the adapter is just my NVIDIA graphics card. So I will say, you will notice like some parts like here, the textures on those spots at certain angles or when you move break. But otherwise, like the game itself functions perfectly fine. Like this is the only game I've had an issue with, which is just this is just the one that runs the smoothest. But almost every other game I have next to zero issue as long as I find the right settings. And I'm assuming this one has the settings that work fine, because I can run Jack 3 and Jack 1 zero issues with these settings. This one just has the shadow for some reason. Yeah, I'm not sure why. And then also for some reason small rooms. So like cruise building and then loading the hideout with Torn and everyone in it, for some reason it just gets choppy. It's just Jack 2. Like I can easily change settings and the shadow goes away, but then the game quality goes down. No, honestly, it's not that bad. So here is the issue, especially with PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 emulators. Okay, so here's actually something very funny. So the Sega Dreamcast, which was old as hell, had better specs than everything until PlayStation 3. Like, Sega Dreamcast ran at 60 frames and all of that jazz. Most Xbox One and PS4 games don't even run at 60 FPS. But yeah, so I was saying, yeah, so it also highly depends on what emulator you're using. B, because like I have found many people running PS1 games that have issues loading cutscenes, all of that, but the emulator that I use plays them fine. While it's a bit of a pain to set up, if you really need it, I can help you set up the PlayStation 1 emulator in like 5 minutes. And then for PS2, again, it's just sometimes some small setting changes. Like here, because I'm inside Crew's room for some reason, I don't know if it's because of all the objects, it's running at like 45 frames instead of 60.
Teeth sharper than daggers. Slowly, all 10 of them surround me. But do I surrender? No! I summon my highly trained...
But yeah, the main issue for the emulators is that PlayStation, unlike other consoles, didn't just have one setting to load stuff. There was options that the disc would purposely load as soon as it started, that for some reason the emulators only let you have a single setting running when you turn it on.
Quite a story there, Golden Boy. I guess you're just the animal I need for another dangerous gig. Combat metalheads have now been spotted right here in Haven Forest. These new bad boys have special camouflage, so they're tough to spot. But I'm sure with your killer instincts, you'll manage. Go to the forest and take them all out.
Which one's the closest now? Because I have a bunch stocked up. Well, just technically Haven's the closest. So Dr. Pierce, how has your day been? Yep, that's good. So what kinds of games do you usually play? Honestly, that is always something that I've never understood why it's quite so much fun. Either for the sorry, like both. Okay, so like both for the dog and just doing it. It's such a simple thing, but it's always great to just run around and play with your dog, play with your cat. So what kind of dog is it? There's so many like mixed breeds and special names of dogs now. I love always trying to hear them. Honestly, I have no clue what you mean by sixth generation console games. I don't keep track of a lot of that stuff. I didn't realize there was white German shepherds. You know, I honestly love a lot of GameCube games. Blue Eyes. Oh right, it's this one. Yes. This one's definitely going to take me a bunch of tries. It's not even that. Just beside. Okay. Okay. So I'm currently playing this on like. So I'm currently playing this on the harder hero mode. I started the stream like months ago, but then like the only person currently watching chat at that time wasn't enjoying it, so I ended up changing games. So now I'm like starting halfway through on hero mode after not playing the game for months, and I've been making a lot of mistakes. I'm just dreading when I'm getting oh yeah, the checkpoints in this game are ass. Honestly, I'm just dreading getting to that dock level because the dock area, even on regular mode, is just awful. As you probably very well know. There's just that dock section where you just have to get to the end. Just infinite number of the guards coming in. I know, it is a great mission, but it's very hard. That was a very horrible use of ammo, but it worked. Of course, the ammo box just had Dark Eco in it. That's definitely what I needed. I'm not sure what that is, actually. Is that a game? Probably a stupid question. I'm assuming that's a game. Oh yes, yes, I get it. I get it. The Danny DeVito meme. And so anyway, I started blasting. Yes, that's actually great. I'm sorry I had to explain it, but I get it completely. Yeah, Jak 2 has just small text like that. That, especially once you get to Jak 3 with like the bouncing. With like the bouncing bullets for the frickin' blaster. That's not the blaster. I actually forget what they call the yellow one. Or is it just blaster and the red's the scatter blaster? Anywho, when you get the bouncing bullets, you're inside a small room. So anyway, I started spinning. Yes, the beam reflexor. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, I started spinning. And then just all of a sudden, oh right, I don't know. Sorry, I had freaking strep throat 2 weeks ago, and the cough just won't go away. Yeah, so that I don't know how that weapon in particular passed the beta testing. Because there are so many areas, like the one section of the so there's what like the one section of the catacomb level in Jak 3, where it's like you're supposed to be running through that like very thin ravine with that minecart full of explosives, and you're supposed to be like sprinting ahead to shoot those like markers to drop the path down. But you can just jump and spin and shoot rapidly at the very start, and it'll go through the entire channel, hitting all of them for you without you having to move. And all of a sudden, yeah, you've got like an 8-minute timer to actually finish them all, but you're already done, and you just get to sit there and wait forever. Okay, there's one more somewhere. Yeah, as soon as I got the beam reflexor, I just went ham with that for the entire rest of the game. Okay, there's one more guy somewhere, which means I just have to keep traveling around until someone shoots at me. Do they show up on the map? They do, thank you. I did not expect them to do that. Yes, so thankfully, even though I haven't played this game in a while, I at least play enough games that it's not going to be an awful stream to watch. Now, where the hell are you? He's not inside the tube, is he? Oh, it's over here in the corner. Can you not run away, please? Thank you. Okay.
I'm still not sure why combat metalheads are scouting this close to the city. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could handle this game. Nice work.
Yes, okay, so I was actually looking up the speedrun times earlier for some reason. What the hell is the infinite hover glitch? Because I haven't looked it up, but all I know is the categories that say you can't do that. It's something like using L1 twice in one jump. Yep, that's fine. I'll be here for like 2 more hours. Well, probably like an hour and a half. April, either way, whether you are back later or you're not, thank you very much for stopping by. The conversation was fun.
Decontamination complete.
You know, I have to find a video for that, because that sounds very interesting. By the way, actually Regdrin. So, funny thing, the sequel of this game has like 3 times the number of guns. Wait, do you actually barely fight anything in Battletoads after the first chapter? because I've only ever actually played the first level of Battletoads. I found an emulator of it, but the game just breaks on level 2. And then there was that awful Battletoads remake. Avoiding obstacles and jumping.
We destroyed Crew's cargo.
Great. I'll send you a medal. Now, if you don't mind, I'm on a deadline, so scram.
Are you always this difficult?
Let me handle this, Jack. Listen, lady. We beat your stupid course, and we can outrace anybody in this city.
Wait, that voice.
Now, there's just two things you need to know. One, we don't want to join your stinking race team. And two, you just lost a date with Orange Lightning. Let's go, Jack.
Daxter, it is you!
Mira!
Oh, I never thought I'd be so glad to see your furry mug. And Jack, you look different.
It's been a tough ride.
The Baron pumped our boy here full of dark eco, and it did something to him. Now he's got super moves or something. And a few anger issues as well.
I've been looking for you guys forever. And planning a way to get us back home. Somehow that rift took us far into the future. I've calculated the time displacement, and I
found
think
your
I've got
father. Well, sort of.
Working with the underground, fighting the Baron. But he's,
What?
You need to go see him. And I need to get to the Baron.
You could try to win the Class 1 racing championship.
Oh god, it's the racing part now, isn't it?
Race always gets to meet the Baron in the palace. But you have to qualify by winning the lower class races. There's a Class 3 race starting soon. You could drive for my team. But Jack, we should think about getting out of here. I don't like this place. And some of the people are creepy.
Jack, my boy.
And here's Mr. Danglelegs.
A special client has requested it.
Sorry about that, Crew. I must have forgotten.
Right.
Where did he pull that out of? You know, Regdrin, that makes me want to try Battletoads, like, or find a version that actually works. It might have honestly just been the emulator settings, like I've been saying for this PS2 one. Oh no, Regdrin. These race physics. You go faster on a turn by spamming jump. What? You'll see. The problem isn't the race physics suck. The problem is the timer to get the extra bonuses to unlock hero mode. You're forced to do the races to unlock hard mode and beat the gold times, and the time limits are stupid. Not to mention that shit. Okay, I have a boost now. I'm just gonna get ahead. Also, you will see that yes, the enemy NPCs also take that jump. So they will also use the shortcuts. That's how you actually find out about them. They also have a ridiculous speed assist. I believe it's also like 5 laps or something. And the game random slowdowns from this emulator don't help. You can also go too fast there. I almost just died. I also, again, just almost died. Yeah, so to get the S rank time, I would have had to have done 1 more lap in 6 seconds from now. Ooh.
Boy, that was close.
Well, my engine's on fire, and they are immediately catching up. Oh, Regdrin. Actually, so this game has kind of a kind of a little history with these bikes, which is that the first game there are 3 intermission areas where all of them are using a bike like this through some horrible terrain with a heat meter that never goes down. So the entire thing is like a timed race through like a minefield where you have to gather shit. And there's no checkpoints anywhere.
Hey, I watched your race today. You were pretty amazing out there.
Oh, thanks, Kira. This is Ashlyn. She's just...
Everyone knows who she is.
And Kira's,
A friend. A very good friend.
Thanks for helping out with that tanker, Jack. You saved a lot of lives. I'm not my father, you know. Ever since I was a little girl, I've looked down at the city streets from that ridiculous palace and imagined a better place.
Oh, right. In case you haven't noticed, the body proportions of characters in this game are awful.
I can't protect you from him.
Whoa, she's a Betty. And she likes you, Jack. Not that I can account for her tastes. I bet you'd love to pin some medals on her chest, huh? What? What'd I say? What did you say, Jack?
But yeah, the character models for not even the men, just the females in this game are just really disproportionate, if you want to say it that way. And there is a beacon. I'm assuming the game really wants me to go there by now. Considering the beacon into space. Saying, hey, there is something here. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know if I call it anime. Like most animes, I guess like the heads are a bit big, but at least it looks like they have functioning human anatomy. Like freaking Ashlyn, that's not what people look like. I'm not sure who Rob Leffield is.
That is it. Piece of seal, yes? Nice and shiny, huh? All yours. Uh-oh. I think Red Trooper's approaching.
Oh, is this the dock level? Fuck. Ah, this is gonna suck. Of course, I have no frickin' ammo. Well, that was fast. Look, I died. If I knew it was this, I would have grabbed ammo before I came. Honestly, I'm just gonna use a few lives and farm. I don't have the ammo for this, and you can't quit. I am now stuck in here until I beat it. Well, he just killed his own ally. So that happened. Also, I have the dark mode, but I only get it once. I have a single attempt to use it this entire time because you can't farm it up in here. Oh, glorious ammo. Let me get the ammo, you assholes. Okay, I think I have enough ammo to do this. I have to be very good with my shots. Oh, right, I can't freaking... God damn it. Please, let me leave. Oh, God damn it. Ah, I wish there was a timer on that. I didn't realize I couldn't roll, so I used it way too early. Well, that was my one shot at that. That's disappointing and painful. Thought I had that. Why is there a civilian in here? Why are you here, woman? There's no earthly reason for you to be here. What the hell is a Virtua Cop? Why are there so many civilians here? Seriously, this what about seeing all of this makes you people want to come here? Oh, it's actually, I can't get past this way. I have to go the other way. Yelling, don't shoot. This is gonna be fun. I ain't gonna finish this one. At least I can get some ammo. Fortunately, just doing this is not a valid strat because they come from behind me as well. God, if this actually frickin' works. on. God, I should have saved the freaking power for something like this. Oh, nope, too close. Oh, I ran out of bullets. That's great. If you shoot one civilian who jumps at us, don't shoot. You lose a life. That's fantastic, to be honest. God, I wish I didn't use the dark mode earlier. I would have been done with this. Why can't you assholes also drop health? Well, I should have enough ammo for another attempt. Oh god, I almost died by just jumping in the goddamn water. Come on. Fair, if I get fucking sniped in the back. Oh, thank God. That sucked. Yeah, now that I'm past that, I think I would count that as the hardest part of the game right there. Like, if you don't know the jump, spin, shoot tech, I don't know how the hell you're supposed to do that. I really don't.
To escort the kid over to Core at the power station. He promised to look out for the boy, and I'm just too busy to babysit right now. Oh,
Another awful level.
Crocodile with you. Oh, isn't he sweet?
So what's this kid's story?
I found him just wandering the streets, but that amulet around his neck means he may just be the lost heir to the city. Take the kid and the mutt to the power.
Right, Raydrin, how is the game audio level? Probably should have asked that like hours ago.
And if you happen to lose the crocodile.
Honestly, thank you for that.
Hey kid, wait.
It was so I should probably tell you, this game doesn't have a lock-on function. Like when I do the jump, spin, shoot, that doesn't lock on. It just goes to the same angles every time. Based on when you fire it, like when you fire it during the spin kick, it fires at these same angles. That doesn't lock on to shit. At least as far as I know, it doesn't lock on because you miss most of them. Oh, I can raise the game audio. Normally, other games are so damn loud, I have to lower it. Yeah, like this, that doesn't lock on. The several rapid shots afterwards, you can get to snap lock on. Also, this game doesn't have a lock on button. It just locks on when you stop moving. So you can just like rapidly tap forward or towards a way to get it to lock on quickly. For like a single shot, and then you have to do it again because they move. Oh, god damn it, really? Do I still have 1 health? Probably.
Hey kid, wait! Come back!
No, probably not, because I lost. I actually have health now. Yeah, also as you saw, apparently hero mode very increased the, no. Killing civilians drops money. The guards do not give a shit if you kill people. Okay, sorry. If you shoot someone, the guards will try to kill you. If you just kill them by punching them or kicking them, no one gives a shit. Look how they're literally spawning like right off my camera.
They've taken a vehicle. Hold on.
Oh, also, my favorite thing you can do in this game. You see this walking path, this elevated walk path. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the car up here. Oh my god, a cop actually followed. I've never seen them do that. Granted, his AI has no clue what to do. That was still funny though. I've never seen them come up here actually. Yeah, I can just sit up here, run over civilians. For some reason, they drop ammo. This supposed to be, I guess, like a high tension level, just a leisurely ride now. Wait, is it actually not spawning them over here? Amazing. And somehow, because I entered this door, they will never find the kid. Even though they all saw him clearly come in.
Thank you. I'll be sure to keep him close. Oh, sweet. Interesting. That insufferable mutt never liked anyone but the boy before.
I guess I'm just good with animals.
I hope we have enough eco to keep the metalheads at bay. During my travels in the deep wasteland, I saw some of the bigger ones. Awesome creatures.
We saw a big one coming out of a rift once. He was ugly.
I have some valuable information for you. The Baron is conducting an excavation at the dig. He is still looking for that ridiculous tomb. Frankly, I don't believe it exists. But you might as well go out there and disrupt his operation just in case. Knock down all the scaffolding at the site. That should set him back. Here is an air train pass to get you out there.
Oh, right. You remember the hoverboard we recently gave you? Here's a... For some reason, a level where you're just going to use the hoverboard to knock down scaffolding. Because there's no better way than using a hoverboard to knock down scaffolding. At least I'm pretty sure that's this one. Yeah, right then. You can also run over civilians. The cops don't care. See?
Sweeping for suspects.
Also, not sure this is an air train. This isn't really a train. Welcome to every cave ever. They all look like this. Oh right, I forgot that they get grenades now.
We gotta break all the support cables.
Yes, thanks for telling me to jump on the hoverboard as we're being shot at with explosives. Holy crap, the fire rate in hero mode.
Flying on the support bases to break the cable. We gotta break all the support cables. Flying on the support bases to break the cables.
Now is hardly the time for that game. Oh shit! Hey, am I supposed to just run past them? Please tell me it's not just they can't hit you when you're moving. Oh, I'm dead. It's lava. I'm gonna be very salty if it's just, hey, if you just don't stop moving on this board because they're not using guns and they're using grenades, it won't work. Of course I missed one. Holy crap, it actually is. It's literally just jump on this hoverboard and they can't, and they really can't hit you. That's upsetting. I'm dead. Of course I did. Really? Well, I'm dead. Because for some reason, touching anyone when you're on the hoverboard hurts you. Apparently there wasn't health in there this time. I was shooting you. Nope, that's disappointing. Hoping for some help in that. Okay, done. There we go. Somehow that's how a drill was propped up, and getting those taken off just makes it explode. They don't hold it there. Somehow just stop it from exploding.
I'm so proud of you, Jack, and you too, Dexter. Together, you have done real damage to the Baron. We may win this war yet.
Yes, exactly. Even one intact cable is enough to support it to stop it from exploding. But just in case, let's have 24 that are easily damaged by someone grinding on... But we will make them entirely bullet and grenade proof. But for some reason, grinding on it with a hoverboard that floats will break them. But what are the odds someone will have a floating hoverboard? And how does it break them when a bullet and explosion can't? I have no idea. It really makes one think. I also love the shadow on the hover train. Also, not even sure why it's called a hover train. It just freaking legit flies. It should just be a flying bus or something. Actually curious, so I started today at 35% completion. I'm now at 53. I might actually finish the game tomorrow. Probably gonna finish it Wednesday though. Granted, the other one's at 124%, so I'm not sure.
We've still got trouble at the strip mine. I think the Baron set me up. Actually, I think everybody's trying to kill me.
What are you talking about?
Those eco wells the Baron had us drill? It seems he never intended to pipe them into the city grid. It doesn't make any sense. You know, open eco wells will attract more metalheads. You've got to close them off. Now, these plasmite bombs should do it. Drop one into each well.
So
We'll do the rest.
damn. Regdren, have you played this game before? I forgot if I asked you that.
Plasmite, huh? Cool. How does it work? Ah! I believe this is yours. Hey, not my problem anymore. No, really, I insist. You're the hero. No, Jack's the hero.
Ah. If you've got time, this is a good series I would recommend. You may not necessarily want to stream it, because this doesn't really fit what you stream. Still a great game series, though, to play it on your own.
Move far away. Go through the portal and drop one bomb into each eco well before they all go.
I have to remember where the hell these stupid things are at. Right, you have 2 minutes for all the wells. Where the hell are they? If I remember correctly. Nope, nope, that was it.
That's one well down. 5 to go. Two wells in history. 4 left. Three wells cut. Only 3 to go. That's the 4th well. 2 bad boys left.
Oh, it doesn't let you climb here. Damn it. It actually make me legit do it.
Only a minute before we're
Shit.
toast, Jack.
Should have started there then. Because that was a necessary jump to put in.
We got the 5th well. Only 1 to go. 30 seconds left. Then we go boom.
I forgot where the other well was. Path of Exile was, that was that, similar to Diablo, right?
That's 1 well down. 5 to go.
I think I started to play that a bit. Alright, this is not for now, this is for later. Shit. Eh.
Two wells in history. 4 left. Only a minute before we're toast, Jack.
I remember where the last one is at.
4th well. 2 bad boys left. We got the 5th well. Only 1 to go.
Where the hell is it?
30 seconds left. Then we go boom.
I have no clue where the hell it is. It wasn't up here somewhere stupid like that. Yes, it was up there. God, why is it there? Well, I'm dead, but at least I remember where it is now.
That's 1 well down. 5 to go.
You know, I've never heard it called an isometric action game. Granted, I don't really pay attention to what online people call a lot of stuff.
3 wells cooked. Only 3 to go. That's the 4th well. 2 bad boys left. Only a minute before we're toast, Jack.
You're not technically supposed to go along the old way to get to it, but I believe I have a cheese for this. If I can actually steer.
Seconds left. Then we go boom.
You know, I think I'm pretty sure I tried Path of Exile, but I think it was way too easy, so I stopped.
Blew up those wells. I sure don't want any more metalheads coming around here. Good work, boys. I owe you one.
What a brain wreck. Vince sure is scared of metalheads.
And for good reason. I've seen what metalheads do when they take a city. The destruction, the killing, the devouring. The Baron's scheming will only result in this city's falling prey like all the others before it. We must replace Praxis before it's too late. I am happy to say that you and your sidekick are causing quite a stir in our fight against the Baron.
You hear that, Jack? You're the sidekick. Hey, Wise and Whiskered, you, got something itching under your robes? They have ointment for that, you know.
It's just my aching bones. We have word the Baron is sending one of his large tanker ships out to the drill platform to pick up a load of ill-gotten eco. Go out to the drill platform.
I don't know how it's ill-gotten. He mines it himself.
Knock out that
He didn't steal it from
Shadow
somewhere.
will send a team from the underground to pick up the eco later. Keep up the good work. We're counting on you.
I would say that this game does also have one of my favorite mini games of a long time. Odin's game in this, once I actually get to it, is great. Right, it's left and right are fine, but up and down are inverted in this thing. Crap, this is actually really annoying. Keep, like, falling off of the screen range. Oh, there's 40 of them? Yeah, I'm gonna die. Aiming at this is way too floaty. Yep, thought so. Knew that wasn't going to happen. Well, I will give it one more try, and then I'm done for the night. That right there, that's just the fact that they can get shot out of where you can feasibly hit them at. I did even worse this time than last time. Yep, I am done for the night. Thanks, Regdrin, for coming by. And also, thank you for your great stream earlier. I'll see you tomorrow.